Am I the idiot for telling my husband I was going to divorce him for going to his sister's wedding? So this is happening in real time, and I don't know if my emotions are super high or I'm completely in the right. My sister-in-law is getting married and I've been helping her plan her wedding, from the DJ to the makeup artist to hair etc. She asked me to be in the wedding party. I agreed to that. My husband agreed to have me read a prayer at the church, even though I'm not very religious, and to sponsor the wedding. I was never asked for that. Comes to today, her first dress fitting. I'm there with my mother-in-law, my sisters-in-law, and her future in-laws. Everyone was looking at bridesmaid dresses, and so was I. I was then in that moment told I was not in the wedding party. I was not allowed to be in the wedding photos, and would have to drive myself to the wedding, due to my husband being in the groom's party. I was told I was basically the wedding my planner, and would need to leave after the ceremony while the wedding party took photos, to make sure the reception was being set up correctly. I walked away and texted my husband. I was upset but didn't want to ruin his sister's big moment. She picked her dress and they continued to look at bridesmaid dresses. I told my sister-in-law I was leaving and congratulations on the dress. I made it outside and began to cry and called my husband and explained the situation to him. This isn't the first time his family has done this to me in the 9 years we've been together. They disrespected me and my marriage so many times. I explained I no longer wanted to attend the wedding and he said okay, but I still am. I told him if he wanted to that was fine. But it would be the last time he allows his family to make me feel this way. He said I'm being ridiculous and my family agrees with him. So am I the idiot? Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. If your husband goes to this wedding you will end up resenting him. After that it's just a matter of time. Cut your losses and go find someone who will honor his vows to put you first. Not the idiot. Comment 2. Nope, and follow through with it if he can't stick up for you. If you're petty, cancel everything you had a part in planning. Any money you spent, return any and everything. Then the original poster responded with, I said I was going to cancel the hair and makeup and my husband told me that his sister is already in contact on her own. Kinda feels they used me for my resources. Comment 3. Not the idiot. You're not being ridiculous. This is just the straw that has broken the camel's back and you have had enough. The family mistreats you, your sister, and your husband. Well, I could say a lot about him, but I don't want to be banned. Don't go to the wedding, don't do anything more for the wedding in any shape or form. Use that time to find yourself a good divorce lawyer and a new place to live because it sounds like your family can't be counted on either. I can't see this getting any better with couple therapy because they are all so flippin' awful and sound like the kind of people who would act all shocked and play the victim if you called them out. Don't waste any more time on these people. Polish that spine and get the hell out of there. Now for the first update of 2. For the last week, my husband has been trying to make our relationship work. He let me know that he spoke to his sister, and she has hired an official coordinator, and says she no longer needs my help. She also fired the DJ, unsure about the makeup artist. She also told him she does not know where I got confused and misunderstood the situation of being a bridesmaid. He showed her the messages of her, asking me and telling me the bridesmaid dress color to buy. She didn't have anything to say, but told him that she never meant for me to be so confused. He told her he will be walking her down the aisle and then leaving the wedding. He told me I ruined his relationship with his family. He said that I am also losing his family in the process, and that they will hate me. I told him that in the 9 years his family has never cared about me. I told him that if he was to die tomorrow, no one in his family would reach out to me after the funeral. He didn't have anything to say after that. I think she knows that it's 100% true. He said he would like to continue with the divorce. I think that's the best decision. I was in a pretty bad car accident. I was hit from behind while the other driver was going about 50 miles per hour. I ended up in the hospital and called my husband. He didn't show up. He said he was too busy with work. His sister, the bride, lives about 5 minutes away from where my car accident was and he asked her to go. She never showed up. I brought that up to him, and he said no one was obligated to go to the hospital until I became conscious. I feel sad that I'm losing such a big part of my life, but I know that I deserve someone who cares about me and will put me first in situations that hurt me. Now for a few comments before the second update. Comment 1. You're the idiot, and so is your attitude towards this situation. Yes, your feelings were hurt, but honestly, you're overreacting. The wedding isn't about you, it's about your sister-in-law and her soon-to-be husband. Threatening divorce because your husband still wants to attend his own sister's wedding seems really extreme. And your insistence that he should abandon his family's important event just because you feel slighted is manipulative. You're his wife, but that doesn't mean you get to dictate his relationships with his family. Your husband isn't the only person in the wrong here. You have also contributed to this situation by handling it poorly. Your family agreeing with your husband is telling. I suggest you work on your communication and maybe reassess how you handle conflict, not just in this situation, but generally in life. Comment 2. Trust me, there is much better out there. I know it's so hard to move past a huge part of your life in this way, but my first husband sounds similar to yours. My husband now would never pass up any opportunity to make me feel cared for and loved. Divorce is refreshing and a new beginning. A much brighter future awaits. Comment 3. Not the idiot, and sign the divorce papers in front of him with a smile on your face. Hell, pop open a bottle of champagne and make a toast to him. Tell him karma is a witch to people like him, and enjoy it when she comes. Now for the final update. I looked it up to give you the correct answer. Sponsors are the only people you legally need at your wedding. They act as witnesses to your marriage, and they're the ones who will sign your marriage certificate. Of course, aside from the legal aspect, they also act as godparents to you and your partner. Also, today was the wedding party pre-dinner to get to know one another. I was invited over a month ago with my husband, but I couldn't go today due to it being my mother's birthday, so my husband and I told his sister I could do the dress fitting but not the dinner. So I'm confused as to why I needed to be at the dress fitting with all the bridesmaids and the wedding party dinner. She called all week to make sure I was still at the dress fitting. She was upset, but my mom has lung cancer and she's not doing well, so I wouldn't miss her birthday. My husband texted his sister and told her we weren't going to come. I'm not sure what she said back, but he was upset the whole dinner for my mom's birthday. The DJ is my brother's best friend, and the makeup artist is my stepsister, so I know I could tell them what's going on and they cancel. Backstory. On Thanksgiving, my sister-in-law asked me and her sisters, 3, to help her plan her wedding, so I wasn't the only person asked to help. I agreed then because I know the stress of planning a wedding alone. I picked out centerpieces and helped with things she didn't know about, something new, old, etc. Ever since I've been helping her with vendors and even picking out her wedding song. I think deep down I'm not upset about not being in the wedding. I just wish I didn't look stupid going to the dress fitting and looking at dresses. Like, I wish she would have just called me on the phone and been like, hey, there's a change of plans, you're no longer in the wedding. It was done in front of my mother-in-law, her future mother-in-law, and the fiancé's sisters. I think everyone saw. I took it by surprise when I was told. The bride used her little sister to be the one that told me because I know she didn't want to look like the bad guy, despite me and my mother-in-law not having the best relationship. She doesn't allow her daughters to walk all over me, but she doesn't speak English and didn't know what was being said to me. After speaking with my husband when I got home from my mom's birthday, he said his sister asked him 2 weeks ago to walk her down the aisle due to their father passing, and him being her only brother, and that if he doesn't attend the wedding I will be opening the worst can of worms ever. I explained to him that he was supposed to walk with me and that when I was took from the wedding they changed what he was doing. He said he would walk her down the aisle but not go with them in the limo and not be in any photos. I know he's a huge mama's big, so I will likely not be married in the upcoming weeks. The petty revenge. I thought about just attending the wedding, and when asked to give my prayer, just mentioning in front of the families how the bride and groom are huge cokeheads. The groom's family is extremely religious. It would just ruin the wedding, but my husband knows how petty I can be and thought I have a master plan. Comment 1. None of this is okay. And it shouldn't matter if your husband is a mama's boy. I married an only child mama's boy who lived with his mom for years as an adult after his parents separated. He still finds ways to value me and his mother at the same time. I really hope you don't go and pull back on everything that you had a part of. They can figure it out on their own. Comment 2. Not the idiot. If you go to the wedding and do that, they will always be the victims, and you will also be their brother married. It's not even worth it. Cancel what you can and spend that day with your mom. Spend the day surrounded by loved ones. Those people don't deserve this much free rent in your head. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for refusing to postpone my vacation plans to fly out of state and see my half-sister? My 33, dad had an affair and got the woman pregnant, leading to my parents' divorce when I was 6. He was involved enough in my life, covered my college and things like that, but as I got into my teens I was a lot closer to my mom. He and his wife had a daughter, Anna, and they also had 2 more kids later, my half-siblings. I talk to them sometimes, but we're not close. Anna is nice enough, but she also has a history of being jealous of me, and we don't have a sister relationship at all. Anna got married last year, and she moved out of state with her husband. We recently got bad news that Anna and her husband were in a serious accident. My dad and his family flew out yesterday, and he told me to come to see Anna. The problem is me and my boyfriend are going on vacation in a few days. Everything's booked obviously, so it's not possible for me to go without changing our plans. I told Dad and he got pretty upset. His wife also tried to talk to me, but I was firm and told them I understand where they're coming from, but I already have plans. Me and Dad had a bit of an argument, so I eventually snapped and said he can't expect me to drop everything to please them, and this situation is his doing. I told my best friend the situation, and she thought I was being kind of an ass and told me to post here. So, am I the idiot? There's no updates, so here's a few comments. Not the idiot. It's too bad that it happened, of course, but it's not your responsibility. What can you do, anyway? except hang around the hospital room. Your father will push and rage, because parents are obsessed with control, and they hate it when they're told no. No means no control, that they don't have the power to bully you anymore. Their ego explodes. Stay strong, OP. Comment 2. Not the idiot. If the two of you are not in a relationship, then just go to your vacation. If that's already paid, her has already family there, so just what you want to do. Comment 3. I lean towards saying no idiots here. Your father wanting you there isn't unreasonable. But given the fact that you and Anna aren't close and you have already spent the money for your vacation, I can see why you aren't willing to reschedule your plans. Soft YTA for telling him the situation is his doing. You and Anna are adults. Your relationship or lack thereof is your own doing, not his. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.